next piece of your pie. Stay in touch in social media. How many people here are on social media? Raise your hand. You're not on social media?
Not really. Nope.
Wow, when you're sitting together and you're not on social, are you on social media?
Nope.
You are, right? Way to go. So it's really just the two of you not on social media?
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
Not right now.
I mean,
Can I
I'm on
ask
Facebook,
why?
I check it every
No.
You just check it.
Yeah.
Do you post anything on it?
No.
So why did you start your Facebook page?
Because
Yeah,
somebody twisted my arm.
Wow, exactly, right? But you have to get on social media. I was sharing that a few years ago. I knew nothing about Facebook. I've shared, I'm with 5 Links. I'm a national director with 5 Links, and I said, I want to get to be an SVP. So I knew I had to spread my name even bigger. And one of my assistants said, you gotta get on Facebook. And my first day on Facebook was very scary for me. Somebody started typing me, and I'm like, I don't know what this person is trying to tell me. I'm trying to answer him, and he's telling me he's not getting the message. And the young lady, my assistant, said, well, press send. I didn't even know.
That would be me.
Exactly. But I'm a person, if I don't know something, I'm going to do all the research I can. And within a few months, I had over 500 friends because I studied everything I could find on Facebook, and now I teach it. And I teach people how to use Facebook much better. One of the things I'll tell you about Facebook is you can meet anybody you want. I got my coach from Facebook. I literally would go on her page and make comments. And when I met her in person, she said, I know you. You're the young lady from Facebook. And we became pretty cool. Now, this is a top producing business coach. She's the #1 business coach in the United States. And now she knows me because I would go on her page and comment. I went on Robert Kiyosaki's page and I put a comment, just something he had said, somebody responded to, and before I went back to my page, a few people from his page responded on my page. And I ended up signing up a couple of those people for my coaching. So you want to go to, I always call it pools where your people are. If you are looking at real estate and you want to focus on wholesaling, find other people that have a bigger network of wholesaling and keep making comments on their pages. If you want to become a person that flips, find people. But definitely Robert Kiyosaki, Donald Trump, these people believe in real estate. And they have followers in the millions. That's the easiest way to get your name out there. The point is to keep your name in the public and people coming to you. So I encourage you to build your social media, make it very professional. You want to ask a question, Benson?
I want to say something.
Sure.
I mean, some people get the impression that Facebook is a kind of play place. So there are other social networks like LinkedIn, which is basically for professional networking. So one can go on there, put a professional looking picture, and then basically write up information about everything you've done. Things that you're doing right now, things that you're working on, things that you've done in the past. And then people who are like-minded or who are in the same industry or field, you can begin to connect with them. And then when they see what you've done, they want to connect with you as well. And there are also groups as well on there, real estate groups, real estate investing groups, private money groups that
Exactly.
Investors can join as well. And you can link up with people in Georgia, in different states in the USA, and also internationally as well.
Exactly. And you want to look professional. You wanted to share something, Dave?
Well, I wanted to pretty much ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
How do you separate, let's say you work full time, how do you separate your business from your from your employment? For instance, on LinkedIn, it's primarily geared for people
Business.
trying to look for jobs and so forth, right? Well, though that's the most people that uses it, right? People looking for jobs, they want to put their resume there and put on their profile. How do I separate that from, say, my real estate business?
Well, no. People on LinkedIn are not looking for a job. A lot of people on LinkedIn are there are people looking for jobs, but there's a lot of people on LinkedIn looking for other business partners, investors. The whole thing with marketing, Dave, is you want to put your story out there and then people will self-select you. You don't want to try to focus on separating. You're really marketing you is the best way I can put it. And then people that want to find what you're looking for will find you. But you want to market, in LinkedIn, there's groups. You want to find groups, go to the tab that says groups and start, it will give you recommendations of the groups you should be looking to get involved with based on what you put in there, or it will also watch the kind of posts you put out. If you're speaking to people that are looking for jobs, then they're going to send you more people looking for jobs. But if you put posts about real estate investing and those types of stories, it will give you more of those type of people. But go and look for groups and then attach yourself and put information or put your posts. You want to get a schedule of your marketing. I don't sit on the computer all day long. That's a waste of time. When I first learned Facebook, I was literally on Facebook 8 hours a day because I had no clue what I was doing. And now that I know, I will spend a half an hour on all my social media. And I'll do it maybe 3 times a week. But you've got to be consistent. I will take time to say what I'm going to promote this week. If I'm promoting my book or I'm promoting a speaking engagement, I will focus on that all week. So the posts are set up to go out automatically. You don't have to live on social media to get the best results. And you have to be specific. You weren't here earlier, but one of the things I share is that you have to really be specific on your why and your perfect business so you know your perfect client. You know who it is that you're looking for. And you don't have to work with anybody else that you're not interested in. So again, your associations and networking groups that you connect with will determine all of that. The next thing we want to talk about in staying in touch is mail outs. You want to not only do the mail outs, one of the first mail outs I do, if you look at the first page I gave you, it's a letter. I know everybody here does the yellow letter, but you also want to do a letter. The audience you're talking to you want to get to know them, and you want them to get to know you. So you want to tell let them see that your business is moving. You can sit up here, Arthur. Everybody's sitting in the back. Don't be scared to come up to the front. All the top producers come to the front. But I do a letter first, just sharing with people. You can take this letter and switch it around. You're going to be seeing something very similar if you're as a Georgia member, because we're going to be sending something out like this. It's called a warm letter. It makes people just feel a little familiar with yourself, and it's not, I want to get some business from you. It's telling a little story. And then the other thing you want to do is, if you've done any positive, you can sit up here. If you've done any business and have even one satisfied customer, client, real estate investor, do something like this. It's when you have other people talking about you, instead of you saying, I sold 50 houses, I helped somebody with this and that. But when they do it, when somebody else can say, I worked with Wendy Lovejoy and this is what she did for me, and you know, you want to do something like this, 3 to 5 testimonials from your clients, from anybody you've had success with. So volunteer, it's very important. There's a great volunteer program here. How many people would be willing to volunteer even a half an hour a week? Way to go. And please make sure you speak to Karen right after. We have a gentleman that handles that here, and she'll put you in touch with him. But you definitely want to volunteer. When you give back your time, and it's the best way to spread your name. I already put Rhonda's name down for volunteer, so yeah. And it gets people to know that you have a heart to help. And that's what people are looking for. And then teleclasses and workshops. Depending on how big you want to make your business, you either want to become part of a teleclass that you've started. When I came back to Georgia, one of the first things I put in place was teleclasses. You know, I spoke to Karen and I said, Karen, a lot of people, they're not going to come to the office. Maybe they're driving on their way home. We could do something on the phone and teach them. And it's been working very well. We took that same class and we turned it into a YouTube video. William heard something from a teleclass and said, okay, I need to come out and meet you. I was speaking to, I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Cherie. Last week, and she heard the teleclass and was asking me questions from something she heard. Teleclasses, it's just a sharing information on the phone, and it's out there forever. You can take it, turn it into a video. You can use it so many different ways, okay? You want to get involved with workshops. If you're a business associate, ask to speak. Put your name out here. People are interested in hearing what you have to say, and Georgia supports the members like unbelievably. But unless you speak, nobody's gonna know. I asked Dave, I said, Dave, can I spotlight you on a blog? He gave me the information. That information is gonna be out there as long as Georgia is open. Another great way to market yourself is to do that. And then another part of your pie is for articles and videos. Kind of went over some of that with the blog. A weekly newsletter is a great way to collect emails. You don't want to go looking for business when you need money. You want to constantly have your business out there attracting money for you. There's not a day I wake up that somebody on social media doesn't say, I want to work with you. Or somebody from an email. I do the yellow letter also, and I do it on a monthly basis, the same group over and over and over. We call that farming in real estate. You want to stick to a small group first. If you have a budget and you can do 500 letters a month, do 500 letters a month, but be consistent. Don't do 500 letters this month and then next month you don't do any, and the following month you don't. You know, people need to see consistency. Same thing with your newsletter. Do your newsletter once a week, then let it be once a week. Another thing I've just started is doing a video once a week. People love videos. And again, what I'm sharing with you is how to build a business that runs itself. So you won't have to say, I'm kind of stuck in this now because I bought the wrong properties. You have a system in place, and the system works no matter where you are. Sure.
So is the video on YouTube?
Yes.
So is it professionally done, or is it done more with a video camera, then you upload it?
Well, what is your marketing budget? Thank you.
Well, you know, I own a couple of businesses, and I'm thinking about doing video now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on YouTube, and we've experimented with it. So I was going to use that, you know, sitting in a setting in an office, that kind of thing.
Yes.
So to answer your question, as less as possible on the budget, It's an up and coming thing in my business. And I don't know what it costs to do it professionally, and I thought maybe you might know that.
Yes, and there's so many different price points, that's why I asked that. If you gotta start with your budget. If your budget is $100 a month, stick to that and keep using $100 until it brings you some money coming in. If your budget is $500, then you can do a lot better things, but you don't want to shoot a crappy video
Yeah, right.
and then, you know, use that as your, because you're the brand. And you want people to see you in a great way. Meet the deal makers. There's a lot of other courses here in the evenings. I try to go to as many as possible. Darlene, how do you pronounce Darlene's last name? Cockerell, right. She has a great class that would be a thing I would encourage you to go, you know, see that. There's landlording classes. I would say read the 7-day forecast and look at the classes that are available. Come to as many trainings as possible. You're a member here. You are entitled to come to a lot of stuff is free. And just keep coming until you figure out what works for you. Everybody's running their business differently. I believe in systems. I don't want to have a house vacant for 50 years or to chase people down because of my house. I like putting a system in place and attracting people through that system. But you won't know what systems you want to put in place if you're not first going to some of the training and figuring out what part of real estate investing you want to focus on.